His eyes caught her trembling hands before he ever heard her voice. They were thin, almost transparent, shaking slightly as she held out a few crumpled dollars and coins, counting them twice, maybe 3 times, not because she had time, but because she couldn't afford a mistake. The cashier, Adam, watched quietly. She wasn't just buying bread and milk. She was buying survival. There was no makeup, no jewelry, no signs of care, just tired eyes and a fading strength. Behind her, 2 children held a nearly empty bag, whispering about whether they would get to eat tonight. Something in Adam's heart shifted. He had seen poverty before, but this felt different, this felt like sacrifice. Her name was Layla. She spoke softly, almost apologetically, as though she was sorry for existing. "Just these," she said, sliding a loaf of bread, milk, and a small bag of rice forward. Adam scanned them. Then came the moment he had feared. The total was more than the money laid out. There was silence. She looked at the items, deciding which one could be put back. The children stared at the bread like it was treasure. She quietly removed the milk. "We'll take just these," she whispered. But when she tried to lift the bag, her hands shook so hard that it nearly slipped. Adam noticed something else. Her lips were pale, and her eyes held that dizzy emptiness that only hunger could paint. He gently asked, "Have you eaten today?" She forced a smile. "I'm fine. Mothers don't get hungry." Adam, a cashier, couldn't break rules, couldn't offer charity from the register. But a question began to echo in his mind: who decided that dignity must starve silently? He let her go, but her image remained, those weak hands, trying to look strong for her children. That night, he couldn't sleep. He remembered his own mother working late nights, skipping meals, saying she had eaten already when she hadn't. He realized, this wasn't just Lila's story, it was the painful anthem of silent mothers everywhere. The next morning, he checked the store CCTV footage, recalling the time of her visit, her total, her name on the receipt. Layla. He waited all day, hoping she would come back. She didn't. On the 3rd day, he saw her again. Same tired face, same worn clothes, but this time, no bread, just a single pack of instant noodles. The children weren't with her. She looked weaker. "They're at school," she said when he gently asked. "They'll have lunch there." "That's something." He scanned her item. Adam couldn't take it anymore. He paused, looked at her, and asked, "Can I give you something?" She stood frozen, confused. Pride is heavy, even when pockets are empty. "I didn't ask for help," she said softly. But her voice cracked, betraying her strength. Adam nodded. "I know. That's why I want to give it." Adam didn't know much about charity, but he knew kindness wasn't just about giving, it was about not making someone feel small when you did. He had spoken to the store manager, explained the situation, and surprisingly, she didn't just agree to help, she offered to support it. Together, they created a small initiative, the community basket. A discreet spot filled with basic groceries, free to those who needed it, no questions asked, no papers, no humiliation. Just quiet dignity. But he didn't tell Layla that. Instead, he walked her to aisle 5, where the basket stood. At first, she didn't understand. He picked up a bag of lentils, some pasta, a box of cereal, and handed them to her. "These are yours," he said. She stepped back. "I can't take charity." Adam smiled gently. "Then don't. Take strength. Take tomorrow. Take a mother's right to feed her children." Words are powerful, but when spoken at the right moment, they can melt walls built by pride and pain. Layla looked at him, and for the first time, her eyes filled, not with shame, but with relief. She slowly nodded and accepted. That night, her children ate a real dinner, not just food, but warmth, flavor, and hope. They saw their mother smile for the first time in months. But the real change began later, not with what Adam gave, but with what he inspired. The basket grew. People quietly added to it, neighbors, strangers, even those who once needed it themselves. No names, no recognition. Just silent kindness, passing from one heart to another. Layla visited weekly, sometimes to take, sometimes to give. One day, Adam saw her entering the store, not hungry, not weak, but standing tall, with food in her cart and a calm strength in her walk. She wasn't struggling the same way anymore. She had found a small job at a sewing shop, and slowly, life had started giving back. She stopped at the community basket, looked at Adam, and placed a pack of milk and bread inside. The same milk she once put back because she couldn't afford it. It wasn't just food, it was closure. She approached Adam, tears in her eyes, but this time, they weren't tears of desperation, they were tears of victory. "You didn't just feed us," she said. "You reminded me that I still matter." Adam took a breath, feeling something shift in him too. She smiled gently and walked away, not with trembling hands, but with steady ones. Months passed. The basket became something greater. The store adopted it officially. Customers began leaving notes of encouragement, gift cards, even job postings. Not all heroes wear uniforms, some wear aprons, some hold cash registers, some carry quiet kindness in their pockets. But the real lesson was this: hunger isn't always visible. Sometimes it hides behind brave smiles and steady voices. One afternoon, a new mother came in, her eyes tired, her wallet thin. Adam looked at her, a familiar story in new skin. But this time, before he could speak, Layla walked up behind her, smiled, and gently guided her toward aisle 5. The circle had completed itself. Kindness had come full circle, not as charity, but as dignity shared. Today, if you walk into that store, you won't see a charity box. You'll see a sign that reads, "Take what you need. Give what you can. And if you can't do either, it's okay. You still matter." And behind that sign is a story, not of hunger, but of hope. Not of weakness, but of strength quietly waiting to be noticed. Because sometimes, all it takes is one person to notice the tremble in your hands, and offer not pity, but humanity. And sometimes, that one person is you. Would you like 5 thumbnail image ideas for this story? Or a voiceover version?